Hi everyone, and welcome back to the 250 bird challenge. As you can see behind, there's a tent. That's because we've been camping. We are at Grundy Lake Provincial Park, and I'll tell you more about it shortly. Yeah, so we want to try and see 250 different bird species this year. If you haven't been following along already, we're doing quite well. We're coming towards the end of the year, but we have quite a few species under our belt, as you can see from the counter in the corner. We're at Grundy Lake Provincial Park. Our camping trip, the first one we've done in a long time, didn't get off to the best start. We had a tent malfunction, had to replace our tent, and Friday night was a bit of a write-off, but we spent Saturday at Grundy Lake Provincial Park. It's now Sunday morning. Yesterday I didn't do too much filming, but we did see some birds, and I'm going to show you some footage of that now when we did the Beaver Pond Trail, we think it was called? Beaver Dam Trail. We're going to do another trail shortly, but first a quick recap on what happened yesterday. The Pakishkag Lake Trail is located here at the northeast corner of the park, and it begins as a tree-lined access road. As the trail opened up a little, we were treated to a lot of bird activity, mostly yellow-rump warblers. That's a yellow-rump, quite a nice example of... But you can hear the red-breasted nuthatches in this clip too. I was also happy to see my favourite warbler, the black and white warbler. I know it's not that bright or colourful compared to the other warblers, but there's something about this bird's funk, about its attitude, that makes it my favourite warbler. We decided to turn back to the campsite to relax and have some dinner. I know, a birding big year video wouldn't be right if there wasn't a new bird. We had made a couple of trips to Algonquin Park this year, hoping to see, among other things, a ruffed grouse, and we hadn't managed it so far, but I just happened to glance to my side as we were almost back to the campsite, and I saw this. You can't see me because I'm so still. Sara and I like these birds. There's something a little unassuming and maybe naive about them. It's sometimes debatable whether they're as well camouflaged as they seem to think they are, and each time we have seen one in the past, they seem surprised, borderline offended, that we have managed to spot them. Okay, so welcome back. We're going to take our tent down now because we're leaving for the day and heading home, but before we leave, once we've got everything away, we're going to do Swan Lake Trail here at Grundy Lake Provincial Park and see if we can add any new birds to our list.
Oh, he's chasing the other one.
Once again, we saw lots of yellow-rump warblers, but no more new birds at Grundy Lake. But stay tuned. Before I move on, a quick shout out to the family of yellow-bellied sapsuckers who would repeatedly come to our campsite to drink sap from a yellow birch. They were fun to watch over dinner. Now, I have something to tell you about, and then, at the end of this video, I'm going to ask for your thoughts on a bird I saw and what you think it might be from some terrible footage I captured a couple of weekends ago. First though, I need to tell you about some incidental new birds that we saw during the middle of a road trip. This time, not a birding trip, but a trip to see a football match. You know, the kind of football with a round ball, soccer. Growing up near Birmingham in England, I've supported the English Premier team Aston Villa since I was a kid. For better and, in the last couple of decades, for worse. They were in Philadelphia playing a friendly game recently, and myself and the Aston Villa converted wife, Sara, made the trip down. It was a good laugh and a lot of fun taking over the local bars in Philadelphia. I don't think some of the residents and tourists in Philly knew what to make of a bunch of English expats singing their hearts out. Anyway, this isn't a football channel, it's a birding one, so while we were down there, we drove across a causeway, crossing a reservoir near Middle Creek Wildlife Area, Stevens, Pennsylvania, and we managed to see some shorebirds that we had been crying out for. I do try not to just drop incidental birds onto you guys without a bit more of a video story to share with you, so forgive me for those new sightings, it was just a hectic weekend. In a second, I'm going to ask you guys for help identifying a bird, but quickly, I did see a couple of really nice swallowtails also at Middle Creek Wildlife Area, an eastern tiger swallowtail, and this spicebush swallowtail. Now this next video clip is terrible, it was taken from my Algonquin video from a week or two ago. What do you think this bird is? I have my own suspicion. If I'm right, it's a new bird for the year, but I'm not confident, so I'm going to leave it for now. Let me know in the comments what you guys think this bird is. For what it's worth, I think there's a strong shout for this to be a female or a juvenile purple finch with that finch-like beak and the strong white eyebrow. Let me know what you think this bird is in the comments. I have one more for you. This one is from a quick walk around a Grundy Provincial Park. The original footage is dark and obscured, so let me try and enhance it a little. I never really get a clear shot, but what do you guys think? Again, I have a suspicion on this bird, and if I'm right, it would be another new one for the year. Let me know what you think this bird is in the comments. My feelings on this bird? A juvenile, female, or non-breeding male scarlet tanager. What do you think? Thanks everyone for watching until the end of this video. Stay tuned to the channel, there's still more to come. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, it helps the channel reach more people. Likes and comments also appreciated. Back soon, thanks for watching, and happy birding.